There are two types of people in this world: those who talk, announce their plans, seek the approval of others, and those who act in the shadows, in silence, and let their results speak for themselves. Ask yourself this question: which of these two categories do you belong to today? Maybe you've already tried to change, to evolve, to work on yourself. But every time you talk about it, people look at you with skepticism. They tell you it's impossible, that you're dreaming too big. Words like these destroy thousands of dreams every day. Yet, what others think doesn't matter. Only your efforts and discipline count. Imagine that moment when, after months or years of relentless hard work, the same people who doubted you will have no choice but to recognize your success. You won't even need to say a word. Your results will speak for you. If you want this to become your reality, stay with me until the end of this video. I will show you why silence and hard work are your best weapons for success and for surprising the world. But most importantly, I will explain how to build the discipline that will make you unstoppable. If this message resonates with you, don't waste another second. Take action now, like this video, to show your commitment to working in silence. Leave a comment with "I work in the shadows" to affirm your determination. Share this video with someone who needs to hear these words. And most importantly, subscribe, because each new video will be another step toward your success. Have you ever noticed that as soon as you start talking about your plans, there is always someone ready to discourage you? Someone to tell you that it's not a good idea, that it's too risky, that you're dreaming too big. It's a reality. The moment you share your ambitions, you open the door to doubts, criticism, and judgment. When you expose your goals to others, you give them power over you. You allow them to project their own fears, their own insecurities onto your future. Many people don't dare to pursue their own dreams, so they unconsciously try to prevent you from reaching yours. They tell you it's impossible, but in reality, they are the ones who feel incapable. Silence is a weapon. When you keep your plans to yourself, you protect them. You avoid negative influences, you eliminate distractions. Every goal you keep secret is a goal you fully control. You don't need anyone's approval to move forward. Working in silence also helps you avoid the illusion of progress. Many people love talking about what they are going to do because it gives them a sense of satisfaction, as if they've already accomplished something. But talking about a project means nothing. What matters is action. Those who talk too much end up accomplishing nothing because they waste their energy seeking recognition instead of actually working. Look at the greatest entrepreneurs, top athletes, and successful artists. They don't spend their time announcing what they're going to do. They act in silence, without noise. And when they emerge, the world has no choice but to notice them. If you want to succeed, stop seeking validation from others. Move forward alone, without noise. Make your work an obsession, and let the results speak for you. Those who doubted you will be forced to acknowledge your success, not because you will have proven anything to them, but because your success will be undeniable. Success is not built under the spotlight. It is forged in the shadows, away from prying eyes, where no one sees the sacrifices, the effort, and the sleepless nights. This is where true winners are born. Those who understand this truth know that it's not about shining immediately, but about patiently building a solid foundation. Look around you. Most people want to be applauded before they have even accomplished anything. They want recognition before the work, the reward before the effort. But reality is unforgiving. Those who succeed are the ones who accept fighting without expecting external validation. Working in the shadows means understanding that silence is strength. It means moving forward without seeking attention, without wasting time explaining to others what you're doing. Every second you spend justifying your ambitions is one less second spent making them a reality. The world owes you no recognition. It will only take an interest in you when you have something real to show. The greatest leaders, entrepreneurs, and athletes did not start in the spotlight. They built their success in secrecy, stacking up hours of work while others slept, accumulating invisible victories before unveiling their greatness. Only when they were ready did the world see them. If you want to be part of this silent elite, you must learn to love the effort without expecting immediate rewards. You must understand that real progress is slow, discreet, and often lonely. Don't seek approval. Don't talk about your plans. Work. Sharpen your skills. Strengthen your mindset. Build yourself in silence. And one day, without warning, you will be ready. Those who ignored you yesterday will ask you how you did it. But by then, you won't even need to answer. Your success will speak for you. and the world will have no choice but to take notice. Motivation is fragile. It comes and goes, which is why you cannot rely on it. What will make the difference between failure and success is not momentary inspiration, but your ability to stay disciplined, no matter what. Look at those who succeed. They are not the most talented, nor the smartest. They are the ones who have understood one essential thing: discipline is stronger than motivation. They get up and work even when they don't feel like it. They keep moving forward, even when no one is watching. Most people fail because they wait to feel motivated before taking action. But motivation is like a flame that goes out as soon as the wind blows a little too hard. Discipline, on the other hand, is a solid structure that allows you to keep going despite fatigue, doubt, or obstacles. Developing unshakable discipline means turning work into a habit. It means creating a system where you don't have to think about what needs to be done, you just do it, period. This means setting routines, defining clear goals, and committing to achieving them no matter what. It also requires a warrior's mindset. When you start something, you must finish it. No excuses, no distractions, just work, over and over again, until the results appear. And here's the truth that few people want to hear. Discipline is painful at first, but in the long run, it sets you free. The stricter the rules you impose on yourself, the smoother and more efficient your life becomes. You no longer need motivation because your discipline takes over. If you want to succeed, you must become a machine that keeps moving forward, without hesitation. Work every day. Do what needs to be done, even when it's hard. Because in the end, it's not those who talk about their dreams who succeed. It's those who work in silence, over and over again, until their success becomes inevitable. One of the biggest traps that prevent people from moving forward is their constant need for validation. They wait for approval from their family, friends, or colleagues before starting a project or making a choice. But here's the truth. No one is going to give you permission to succeed. If you wait for others to encourage you, you might end up waiting your entire life. Most people don't understand your ambitions not because they don't want you to succeed, but because they don't see the world as you do. They are limited by their own fears, their own beliefs. So instead of supporting you, they project their doubts onto you. Imagine if every great leader, entrepreneur, or successful artist had waited for everyone to support them before taking action. Nothing great would have ever been accomplished. The ones who make history are those who push forward despite criticism, indifference, and rejection. Don't seek validation from others, because it is useless. What people think of you today doesn't matter. What matters is what you are building in the shadows. Your results, your work, your discipline, these are what will silence the doubts. There will always be skeptics, jealous people, and those who tell you that you're wasting your time. But those same people will be the first to claim they've always supported you once you succeed. That's just how the world works. So, learn to move forward without waiting for recognition. Work in silence, without trying to prove anything to anyone. Make your journey a personal quest not to impress others, but to become the best version of yourself. The day your success comes to light, you will realize that you never needed validation. You never needed their approval. You only needed to believe in yourself and take action. So stop waiting. Act. Move forward alone, in silence. Because one day, those who doubt you today will have no choice but to respect you. The world is full of people who talk too much and do too little. They announce their plans, explain their ambitions, promise that they are going to change, but in the end, they do nothing. Their energy is wasted on words when it should be invested in action. If you want to succeed, you must understand one essential thing. It is not those who talk the loudest who win, but those who work in silence and let their results speak for them. Silence is a powerful weapon. It protects you from criticism, doubt, and negative influences. When you keep your goals to yourself, you avoid unnecessary judgment and distractions. You stay focused on what truly matters, moving forward, progressing, and becoming better every day. The greatest achievers succeed not because they explain their plans to the whole world, but because they execute them without asking for permission, without seeking to impress. Look around you. The real winners are often those who work in the shadows, quietly, without trying to prove anything. Then, one day, their success explodes into the open, and everyone is surprised. Talking about your projects gives you the illusion of progress, but it's a trap. When you talk about what you're going to do, your brain feels an instant satisfaction, as if you've already accomplished something. But in reality, nothing has been done. Only action matters. Only results speak. Silence the distractions. Stop explaining your ambitions to others and start making them a reality. Every day you work in silence is a day you get closer to success. While others talk, you move forward. While they doubt, you progress. One day, when you have reached your goals, when your hard work pays off, those who didn't believe in you will be forced to face the truth. And at that moment, you will understand that silence and action have always been your greatest weapons. So, stop wasting time talking. Work, build, and let the world discover your success when the time is right. There is a moment that few people ever experience, a precise moment when everything changes. It is the day when, after months, years of relentless work in the shadows, your success becomes visible to the world. The day when those who once ignored you start asking you questions, when those who doubted you have no choice but to acknowledge what you have accomplished. But this moment doesn't happen by chance. It is the result of everything you did when no one was watching. Every hour spent working in silence. Every sacrifice made without expecting recognition. Every pain endured alone. Many people quit before reaching this moment because they want instant results. They want to be applauded before they have even built anything. But the world doesn't work that way. Respect is not asked, for it is earned. And it is not earned with words, but with undeniable proof. The day you surprise everyone will not be an ordinary day. You won't announce it. You won't say, "Look at me, I made it." Number. You won't have to say anything. Your results will speak for you. On that day, the way people look at you will change. Those who doubted will start to listen. Those who mocked you will try to imitate you. But by then, you will have learned an essential truth. Their opinion never mattered. What mattered was the journey you walked in silence without external validation, without approval. And here is the greatest lesson. You do not work to impress others. You work to become the best version of yourself. Your greatest victory will not be proving something to others, but proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you once promised yourself. So keep going. Move forward, quietly. Work in the shadows. Ignore the doubts, the criticism, the judgment. Because one day, those who don't see you today will have no choice but to admire what you've become. And on that day, you will realize that silence and discipline have always been greatest strengths. Success is not built in a day. It is the result of daily commitment, unwavering consistency, and unshakable patience. Those who succeed are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented, but those who refuse to give up. They move forward, step by step, without trying to skip stages, without being distracted by doubts or criticism. Every day you work in silence is another brick in the foundation of your success. There will be moments of exhaustion, weariness times when it feels like nothing is moving forward. These are the moments that define everything. This is the precise moment when the difference is made between those who quit and those who become exceptional. Perseverance is the key that turns temporary failure into inevitable success. The world belongs to those who understand that true rewards don't come instantly but after years of repeated effort. You must learn to be patient, to accept that results take time. The greatest successes are built over the long term, in silence and discipline. Nothing great is achieved overnight. It is the invisible efforts, the silent sacrifices, that lead to the most dazzling victories. There is nothing more powerful than a determined person who moves forward without noise, progresses without seeking approval, and works without waiting for external validation. These are the people who ultimately rise to the top, who surprise the world with their success. They do not worry about what others think. They do not wait for permission to act. They know that everything depends on them, and they take control of their own destiny. One day, all this hard work will pay off. On that day, you will understand why it was essential never to give up, to always keep moving forward even in difficult times. You will realize that every effort, every hour spent improving yourself, every obstacle overcome, has led you exactly where you were meant to be. At that moment, you will be proud that you never stopped believing in yourself. Success does not come from grand, spectacular actions, but from the small habits you repeat every day. What you do in silence, away from the spotlight, determines who you will become tomorrow. Every hour spent learning, every effort made in the shadows brings you one step closer to your goal. Too many people want immediate results but refuse to pay the price of hard work and patience. They give up as soon as things become difficult, looking for shortcuts that don't exist. But those who succeed understand a simple truth. Daily discipline always wins in the end. You must accept that the road will be long, that progress will sometimes be invisible, but it is always real. Every small step matters. Every quiet advancement builds you. The goal is not to go fast, but to never stop. One day, all the work done in the shadows will be revealed to the world. On that day, you will understand that it is not words or promises that change a life, but actions repeated with perseverance. Keep moving forward in silence, and let your success speak for you.